What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so last night was game two between the Phoenix Suns, who once again hosted the Los Angeles Clippers. It was back in game one when Russell Westbrook, despite only shooting 3 of 19 from the floor, proved my point that you could be just as dominant in a basketball game if you dominate on the defensive end as you would in the offensive end if you scored 35 or 40 points. Only 3 of 19 from the floor, but he had 11 rebounds, 5 offensive. Out-rebounded DeAndre Ayton, their 7-footer. Had 8 assists, had 2 steals, I believe, and 3 blocked shots. One of those blocked shots was the game-sealing defensive play that Russ made against Devin Booker while knocking the ball off of Booker out of bounds to give the possession back to the Clippers, which sealed the deal. Game two would be a different affair. Kevin Durant, who had a good game offensively, but was not as dominant as he could have been. Well, in this performance, in this particular game, Kevin Durant had 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 10 of 19 shooting from the floor, 5 of 6 from the foul line. He did commit 5 turnovers, but ultimately it didn't really have an effect on the outcome of this game. Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant, man. Not to say Kevin Durant can't have games where he'll take more shots, but that's in situations where no one else is doing anything. We've seen games in OKC. We've seen games with the Brooklyn Nets where nobody else is really doing anything, and he therefore was forced to take more shots and dominate offensively. KD is not going to force bad shots. That's not who he is. He's not going to. He's not what we would call a aggressive scorer, such as a Kobe, AI, Michael Jordan, Rick Barry, Elgin Baylor, even Jerry West. Even Larry Bird could be that way. He could get out of the system, and when things weren't going right, he could take 30 shots or more. KD is a guy that likes to stay in his comfort zone. So this time, Devin Booker. Devin Booker was the guy who took that extra step. I don't mean traveling, but I mean took that extra step and dominated in this game offensively. Devin Booker had 38 points, 9 assists, 14 of 22 shooting, 4 of 7 from three-point range, and 6 of 6 from the foul line. And Torrey Craig, 17 points, 5 of 8 from three-point range for the Phoenix Suns. DeAndre Ayton, 14 points, 13 rebounds, 7 of 10 shooting from the floor. Chris Paul even hit some big shots down the stretch of this game. 16 points, 8 assists, 8 of 14 shooting overall from the floor. Russell Westbrook turned it around offensively. 3 of 19 first game. This game, 28 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 9 of 16 shooting, 2 of 3 from three-point range, a perfect 8 of 8 from the foul line, 2 blocks. So he turned it around in this particular game. I heard detractors say, "Oh, but they had 3 turnovers." Well, so did Kawhi Leonard. I don't understand these guys sometimes, man. Kawhi Leonard, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 11 20 shooting from the floor. 6 of 7 from the foul line, 3 of 5 from three-point range. Terrence Mann, 10 points, 3 of 3 shooting. Norman Powell, 12 points, only 4 of 11, though, from the floor, and 0 for 3 from three-point range. So this game, and another important aspect of this game, Zubac was held in check a little bit more. First game, I think he had like 15 and 13 or 16 and 13. This game, he had 8 and 6, so he wasn't quite as dominant, only 2 of 7 from the floor. So Phoenix came away with the 123 to 109 victory to tie this series at 1 apiece. If you watch Undisputed, they made it seem like Phoenix got back in control of the driver's seat. But when you look at it, didn't the Clippers do what they were supposed to do, which is go in there and get a split? So I don't understand how the Suns, coming together, and splitting at home is somehow Phoenix dominating this series. That's the bias of an Undisputed or a Skip Bayless. Because any way I look at it, the Clippers did what they had to do, which was split. Now they go back at home. And if there's some miracle of miracles that Paul George could be ready, even in some limited capacity, I like the Clippers' chances. I still think Phoenix is going to win this series. I think I had it Phoenix in 6. If the Clippers win Game 3, I may have to augment that one. If the Clippers win Game 3, I may have to augment my pick, man, my prediction. But anyway, I didn't think that they would be this competitive without Paul George. So imagine if Paul George was playing. They'd probably be up 2-0 going back home. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.